bars, 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 bars.
You are now tuned in to the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show with AJ Throwback and Ramsey Brown. Only on WinDCRadio.com, the WinDC Radio app, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live on the WinDC Radio pages. And of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Yes, indeed. So, welcome. Pre-Thanksgiving. Hefty helping the bars today. You know. That's right. So, a few things we got going before we even get to what we got in terms of our guests. And, we got a guest. Brixx coming in. 11:15, 11:20ish. He just texted me, said he's running a little bit behind, but he'll be here, and we'll be talking to him about his album Culture, among many things. Also at noon, we're gonna have a breakdown of Rapper Man by T Wits. T Wits, who actually has the only other breakdown on show. Of his previous album, Dirty Dishes. So, you know what I'm saying? He got the only 2 breakdowns in bars history right now. But there'll be more to come through our web series very soon. But yeah, we'll be breaking down his album around noon. But also, we're going to be doing a ticket giveaway. So, for those of y'all who are Yasin Bey, formerly known as Most Def fans, we are giving away 2 tickets. He's performing at the Howard Theater tonight, 620 T Street Northwest. The doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime is at 9 p.m. So, I'm telling y'all, these tickets are $55 in advance, $65 at the door. So you definitely want to get down with us.
Absolutely.
And answer a trivia question that we will reveal at noon. So, you want to stay tuned if you want to go to this show. And also, in the 12 o'clock hour, we got the 5 Alarm Blaze Countdown. For those of y'all who aren't aware, for y'all artists who are still competing, remember, 4 consecutive weeks of guaranteed airplay, 4 weeks of event music promo, and a future interview. You have your choice of coming on the radio show or bars on the road. So, that's what's up for grabs. Voting closes at noon. Y'all haven't voted yet? Might want to do so right now. We will also be reposting some stuff on our Instagram and Twitter pages, already up on the Facebook page if you haven't voted already. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into some music. This is Allison Balanc with The Fields on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Ooh,
You're looking like you wanna what? Sun's peeking through the blinds and I glance at the time. Yes, baby, we can press rewind. Oh, last night, a million times. It's so undeniable that your love is so irresistible to me. Oh, you give me all the feels. Just one touch, I melt to pieces. Oh, you give me all the feels. Everything that I've been missing. Oh, you give me all the feels. Just one touch, I melt to pieces. Oh, you give me all the feels. Everything that I've been missing. I just wanna lay here in the sizzle of bacon and eggs, the smell of your cologne on my pillowcase as I gaze in amazement at you. Boy, can we skip work today? I wanna play just a little bit longer. I have a tendency to be spoiled, but that's only because I adore you. Yeah. Oh, you give me all the feels. Just one touch, I melt to pieces. Oh, you give me all the feels. Everything that I've been missing. Oh, you give me all the feels. Just one touch, I melt to pieces. Oh, you give me all the feels. Everything that I've been missing. Hey, give me all. Oh, you give me all the feel. Yeah. Oh, you give me all. Oh, you give me all the feel. Yeah.
Bars on Windy City Radio.
She actually like that too. You try and bite up on this Georgia peach. If she roll, I hope that swish is sweet. So when we part and leave, she open up and I can lick a shot. Sign, sealed, delivered. When she feel me in the liver, she gon' love the V. I'm versatile, filled with wild vigor. She on the verge of being very minded. After one good stroke, she lighten up. And she inhale, tell me take it slow. She wanna enjoy the ride and get a good show. She probably MJB and 411 in her friends and tell her all about the loving she get. It's just lust before play seems to make it better for us. Once that pressure replied, she can't lie. I can tell by the look in her eye and the shake in the thigh. I leave her wondering why. That V so fly, I'm just a hell of a guy. I knocked that pussy out the ballpark. I got everything she need. I'm a Walmart. I got the key. 24 hours, she always knocks for me. Every thought of me, leave her box wet and her knock it easy. Is it sloppy yet? I can tell when that pussy queef. That Kernan girl's in town for some city meat. Shorties be lunching when they see me coming. I know she up to something. See, oh, keep the shades low. My eyes be giveaways to my game show. Hey yo, pardon me, miss, man, I don't game hoes. I say exactly what I want. Come out them damn clothes. Don't go from a DM to a BM when it's cold outside. I'm Luke Skywalker. That's just me saying I wear a condom. A Trojan, cause like Luke was cold outside and he only survived cause of the horse.
an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
To all my peoples who got harmed by this rigged system, from lack of fathers or drugs and harsh living conditions. I know there's more than meets the eye in your hurt inside. Can't figure out the reason is screaming, Lord, why? Your closest ones can be the fakest, so it's hard to trust. Some people vicious and they use you for the things they want. I'm bear witness to your struggles, this ain't nothing new. In different shoes, same game, so I feel you. I never pushed weight on the block, but I thought about it. Living in droughts was rough, and so I sat on it. Until my pops one day placed Spodioted, and Big Boy told me about the trap, glad he showed me. I went the standard route, trying to bring the bread home. My dad always working, so I man up when he's gone. Sometimes looking back, he really made me mad. Now I'm older, I'm just thankful that it has a dad. Till this day, since a youngin', everybody calls my pops coach. Bigger than the game, we all listen to the things he spoke. Life lessons carried on, that gave my spark to be a better man and live every day with your heart. I've shed tears through my struggles and with all my brothers. The rest town, H-town, we all love each other. We lost beautiful souls, we hope you rest in peace. Praying for my victim to the streets. To all my peoples who got harmed by this rigged system, from lack of fathers to drugs and harsh living conditions. I know there's more than meets the eye and your hurt inside. Can't figure out the reason and screaming, Lord, why? Your closest ones can be the fakest, so it's hard to trust. Some people vicious and they use you for the things they want. I'm bear witness to your struggles, this ain't nothing new. In different shoes, same game, so I feel you. With certain people, blood couldn't make us any closer. Some people fake, then that's cool, but I need some closure. When my brothers are up, I hold them in the sky. Low times are hard, so that's when I have to boost their pride. I almost cried when I first heard all my stories. The pain spewed out when they talk, reaching territories that were suppressed in their hearts because of all the pain. Hella trauma like yay, but you say he's insane. When all my brothers going through the same thing. The demons in his head make him feel that he's to blame for all his misfortunes and why he couldn't find a home. Now he's far away, going through this all alone. The domino effect has shattered our community, and everything is linked, so we need to come in unity and fight problems together instead of on your own. I realize the bigger picture, now I'm grown. To all my peoples who got harmed by this rigged system, from lack of fathers to drugs and harsh living conditions. I know there's more than meets the eye and your hurt inside. Can't figure out the reason and screaming, Lord, why? Your closest ones can be the fakest, so it's hard to trust. Some people vicious and they use you for the things they want. I'm bear witness to your struggles, this ain't nothing new. In different shoes, same game, so I feel you.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
When I feel your breath on my neck, as you are sleeping, lying behind me, baby, I get intoxicated. My world starts turning, my body is yearning. You're giving me a good feeling that I never felt. When you put your arms around me and you pull me in, I wanna just hug and kiss you all over, baby. So can you please go a little deeper in me till you touch my soul? You're in control. Can you love me slow? Baby, don't you know
giving you the full spectrum with our topics, segments, guests, and of course, the best indie music in the DMV and beyond. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Your body calling, what's your fantasies? Stroke or ride. I don't wanna lean to my understanding, but your body calling and I heard the message, and I'm all ears to open confessions. What's your fantasy? I can show you the reference. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I could be your lover, be your friend. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I'ma beat it up, tell a friend. Tell me when I lean in them guts, is it heaven? On all fours, I see that's your preference. I'm on call, I reroute my lessons. I'm all yours for a 3-hour session. Take me later, playing a penny raider, making flavors. The swing is open, baby. Will and Jada. My stroke ring bells, a new cut creator. I give double L's, means I love you later than Excel. Fit it, Big Bang Theory. I'm my biggest critic. Trick game serious, out of bound, curious. Head game furious, rare by far. Call me lucky charm. I don't wanna lean to my understanding, but your body calling and I heard the message, and I'm all ears to open confessions. What's your fantasy? I can show you the reference. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I could be your lover, be your friend. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I'ma beat it up, tell a friend. When I see you move, I wanna snake you up. That smile, pretty teeth, I wanna cake them up. More biscuits for the block, I don't bake them up. Crown wave just to make you up. She be gunning, we be funnin', we be funnin', we be chillin', wine sippin', no resistance, disposition like the fitness all summer, 2020, all funny, stay running, I ain't Mike, back 100, hold me down, when I touch down, ocean wave she make with the squirt sounds, never come up off the crown, that's a bust down, she wanna go for 3rd rounds, I said what's now, I said what's up now, I don't wanna lean to my understanding, but your body calling and I heard the message, and I'm all ears to open confessions. What's your fantasy? I can show you the reference. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I could be your lover, be your friend. Stroke or ride, be addicted to the end. I'ma beat it up, tell a friend.
Welcome back to the... Looking for the most balanced review of your forthcoming or current album or mixtape? Then email a formal inquiry along with your cover art, headshot, bio, and either links to your music or the project files to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
No, man, all this shit are the same, just like my war, you know. I keep them broke. Wake up one morning with some money that's subject to go crazy, you know. I keep them looking good, pretty, and all that, you know, but no dough. When I get a shit, I gotta shit right on.
I'm on my BBS. Bad position in sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. Keep it unpredictable. Nasty and wet. Better when they're wreck. From my BBS. I'm on my BBS. Bad position in sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. And keep it unpredictable. It's better when she let it blow. Put it so good it be on DEFCON 5. Gripper, wood, keep the meat alive. Smoking goods, fresh we feeling the high. Translated through our bodies, now we feeling the 69, that's 50-50. Vibe with it. Deuce fingers, that's sticking kitty. Slide with it. The stroke is bold, now you win your feelings. Cry, baby, we take a puff, then we take a minute. Run it, perfect timing. Black queen, real jewels drip over me. Blessings rain down over me. Broke never had a hold to me. Squirt clit just like overseas. Nasty ass she wanna be. Now she wanna squat over me. Now I'm staring at groceries. I'd rather be knee dipping coochie than be in some beef. I'd rather be in a mansion than be running the streets. Pull up. Sweep the lick, count this money between the sheets. Money. Pink walls is gentrified. BBS is down BBS. Babs is different sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. Keep it unpredictable. Nasty and wet. Better when they're wreck. From my BBS. I'm on my BBS. Babs is different sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. And keep it unpredictable. It's better when she let it blow. I'm on my BBS. Looking before the sticking, she designed, eye blind, camouflage, rim job, Nimrod, sit it down, back it up. I like it wet, I like it sloppy, I like it nappy, sloppy toppy, spree well. Call me Poppy, call me, take this D, live long and prosper. BBS, you deserve an Nasa. Still banging out on imposter. Still I smoking emoji roster. Still dropping it low, that's proper. Clap for the dividends. For the hood chicks you represent. For the bag, you getting it. Dressed to kill, no dance floor. No New Jersey in this shit. You already know how handles biz. Build it, build it, ish. Hit her ass so fast with that tilt, tucking tighten. Sick of daddy laughing, yeah, these it's sick of daddy biting. Lose control, soul to soul, frog style, do you know that flow? Racks, do you know that? Back, you know the protocol. Front or back, you gonna take it off. GS, you gonna slide it off. Double D vest, take good D and D grass. I'm on my BBS. Babs is different sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. Keep it unpredictable. Nasty and wet. Better when they're wreck. From my BBS. I'm on my BBS. Babs is different sex. Time to Rolex. Sensual we get. And keep it unpredictable. It's better when she let it blow. I'm on my BBS.
Remember that Mac the Bear? Yeah. Tried to steal one of my pictures. Yeah, I called him up on telephone. I said, hey man, come on over to the pad and let's rap a taste on it, you know? So when he comes over, I told her to give him a little taste, cause you sure as fish wasn't getting none from me. That's what he wanted, the honey.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback and Ramsey Brown. Only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, welcome back. That was Brixx with BBS from that Culture album. Before that, we had also from the Culture album, I Don't Wanna. Before that, we had Shemaine with Control. We got some good feedback about that. Thank you, Margaret Gant Worley, for giving your feedback about that song. Yeah, definitely a dope song right there. Before that, let's see. We had Kevin Lee, who we had here last week with I Feel You. We had Ali Voso with Merlot. And starting off the set, we had Allison Balanc with The Fields. We definitely want to make sure we shout out everybody who is tuned in on Facebook Live right now. I see my sis Jen, she checked in a little earlier. Miss Razzle Dazzle, of course, representing Charleston, South Carolina. Always representing with Daddy Razzle Dazzle. Appreciate y'all every single week. Appreciate your support every single week. Plug it. like crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? One of the most supportive people we have on Team Bars, you know. And then also the big homie Calvin Williams of Lush Vibes Radio, you know what I'm saying, says salute. So appreciate y'all for tuning in today. Since we are waiting for Brixx, he's, you know, kind of getting he got his GPS, you know, so that's why I always try to give people like specific directions, because if you let GPS get you here, you don't get specifically here to the studio. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So people get turned around and all types of stuff. So so while we're waiting for him, we can do this real quick right here.
It tastes just like it smells. Delicious.
Right before you take that long-awaited break and get your grub on, come and get a hefty helping of life and laughter, courtesy of stories about our beloved Team Bars El Capitan. It's time for Luncheon with the Misses, only on Bars.
Yes. So, I want to let everybody know that we're gonna be taking some collections. Perhaps starting a GoFundMe
I'm about to
page.
say GoFundMe.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, you know, I might be putting this out pretty soon, or I might have to put this out pretty soon. Because, yeah, we gonna have to start, you know how, like, organizations like Black Lives Matter, BYP 100, like, a lot of them, they have funds specifically for their members. So, you know, when they go to jail, they can bail them out. So, yeah, we might have to do that for the Misses.
You got to do it. Absolutely.
Because she called me yesterday. I was out. Actually, I was out coming back from getting my car fixed because I had to get some new tires. But what ended up happening was she called me, and she was cussing and fussing. I'm like, oh gosh, what happened? Come to find out, some kid at our son's school decides he wants to push him, Jason, off of some playground equipment.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah. So she was. You can only imagine. That's the little lion cub right there. Like, look. And the thing is, what made it so bad was how cavalier and lax the school was about the situation. Like, when the teacher brought Jason to the car, she didn't even know what was going on. She was just aloof, acting like, oh, he does have a knot on his head, on his face. Oh, he doesn't have a scratch on the inside of his mouth. Yeah.
We need to. That's another topic for another show.
Yes.
Talking about the school system and the lackluster performance.
Indeed, and what's so bad is that this is supposed to be one of the better school systems in this area. Well, even though it's really the school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really that particular school. This is in Montgomery County. And that particular school, we were skeptical on sending him there anyway. So, you know, it was an incident that happened earlier in the school year that it ended up being a thing where it was more so about him and his imagination. But you don't imagine a knot on over your eye. That ain't something you can imagine. That's something that actually happened that is like, okay, what in the world happened?
Has to be addressed.
Yeah, it has to be addressed. And as frankly careless as the staff were in handling this situation, she was ready to go to jail. She was ready to lay some hands, like, she was like, look, I'm ready to punch somebody in the face. They just lucky. You know, like, she's like, I will smile in my mugshot. That's her famous last words. I will smile in my mugshot over this one.
Famous line in Rocky says, touch me and I'll sue.
Right. Right. So we will be taking donations for the Mrs. GoFundMe in case she has to go to jail. But I mean, it's funny because I'm making light of it, but it's really not a funny situation at all. Like, when she was telling me this, I was hot.
Of course, absolutely.
I was fuming mad. Like, I can't believe that this happened, you know. And to hear how lax they were about handling the situation, it makes me even more upset. Kids are gonna be kids,
Of course.
but it's like it's your job as staff to protect these kids. Like, who was on duty when this was going on?
That's another topic for another radio show.
Exactly. But we gonna try to keep the missus out of jail.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
I applaud her passion for
Absolutely.
being a mom.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Because there's some moms that, they wouldn't be as, whatever for their child. They wouldn't care as much.
Yeah,
But
sometimes they blame the child.
right. There are a lot of instances where the parents blame the children. But in this instance, it's like, nah. Like, we know our son, and he is a kind kid. He doesn't bother anybody. So for that to happen, yeah, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Accountability must happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So watch out for that GoFundMe, y'all. Throw a little collection plate around, something.
Yes,
So
indeed.
toss around a hat. Oh man. So yes, how was your weekend?
It was great. What about yours?
It was good, man. It was good. I'm supporting my man Rail of That's a Plug. You know what I'm saying? He had an event this weekend, a Thanksgiving summit. Like we actually announced it and advertised it on the page. But he had a lot of dope people there. Tony Lewis was scheduled to be there. He had Tony Lewis that was scheduled to be there. Malik Jared. I wasn't actually at the event. But he had, like I said, Tony Lewis, Malik Jared of E, Nicole, I think it's Parker Green, or Green Parker, I forget. Don't kill me if I jack your last name up, please don't. I know your first name. I know it's not spelled the typical way of spelling Nicole. I know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dope people, a lot of good vendors there. You know what I'm saying? Then it was a turkey drive, so like they gave away a lot of turkeys.
So was Hal there helping others with life?
I don't think so. But and they were also working with Gladiators of Success on this event. So it was a really good event. And what's crazy is that on the way back to because I lent the sound to them, rented the sound to them for the event. And on the way back, I ended up catching a flat. Trying, like just this close to getting to Edgewood and catch a flat. I was just like, man, that's crazy. It's crazy.
The way things work.
Yeah, indeed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you sit there, you make money, but then a situation like that take money.
Right.
Well, yes, please plug.
Since we do have a little open air, I like to say, hopefully my good brother Anthony Lorenzo Green gets better. He had an emergency last night. He's at the hospital. Got a CAT scan, got a body scan. They said he has pneumonia, or has a bout of pneumonia at the present time. But just want to wish him well and speedy recovery.
Awesome. Yes. Well, our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to Anthony Lorenzo Green. Speedy recovery, and absolutely. Yeah, definitely keep our folks in good health.
Yes, indeed.
It's very important. So I'm going to step away for a second because our special guest is at the door. So I'm going to go ahead and let him in.
Absolutely. Let's welcome him on in.
Yes. We have an instrument.
Dope instrument.
This is Brixx. Yes. Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we gotta do it on bars sometimes. You know what I mean? So my brother, my fellow brother of sound. That's right. In the building. Brixx, how you feeling this morning?
I'm good, man.
That's good.
Running late.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah, better late than never. Better late than never. You're not the latest person, to come on the show. Yeah. Yeah. I won't name anybody by name.
No name dropping.
Yeah, won't name drop. We had somebody come in. We only had about 5 minutes for their interview. So yeah, they were that late. So you good. You good. You at least get you at least get 15 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, let's get right to it, man. Like, I mean, you've been on the grind for. I'm gonna have to reload that. But you've been on the grind for a minute, man. Like, because this is a conversation you and I have never had, to be honest. Okay. So like, who inspired you to get into rap? Like, who inspired you to rap?
Who inspired me to rap? I want to say, initially it was Redman. It was like local artists. Wow. Yeah. That lived like right in my area. Yeah. I mean, but they were older. Mm-hmm. So first it would be Redman, then another artist named Lakim Shabazz. I heard of Lakim Shabazz. Yeah. He was part of Queen Latifah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he and Queen Latifah. So I'll start right there. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. I mean, Jersey, like I always talk about it. Like, Jersey is just like a hotbed of talent. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, whether you're talking hip hop, whether you're talking R&B, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of talented people come from Jersey. So come from a long line of greats, man. Yeah, absolutely. Or was it the underground? Yeah.
That's interesting. A lot of people don't say Redman. I like Red. No, nothing against it. Yeah, that's interesting. No, I'm. It's enlightening, refreshing to hear that. He's one of my favorite, one of my top.
Yeah, you know what's funny about you saying that, Ramsey, is that you hear a lot of people mention him, like, on their lists. You know what I'm saying? But to be quite honest, since I've been doing this show, actually since I've been back in radio, period, I've never heard anybody say Redman as like somebody who really influenced them or like inspired them to rap.
Everybody always say Tupac and Big. Right. They just got the regular names. That's why I said refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, it really is. It really is. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny about that is that, like, if you like thinking about your style, you know what I'm saying? Like, your style is nothing like his, right, like at all. You know, but the fact that he's an inspiration, you know, like it speaks volumes to the level of lyricism. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Redman's a lyricist.
Yes.
You know. Right. Exactly.
Although he was a big inspiration at the time.
Yeah. So that's a good segue into answering that question. Like, what has been the process for you finding out who Brixx is? Well, before we even get there, the name Brixx. How did you even get
Brixx
that?
City.
Actually, I got that name.
Okay.
I moved to Maryland, So I was actually using Naim Brixx, my piece.
Okay.
I don't even know where that came from.
I remember that.
But Gio was like, he was like, out of nowhere, he came up. He was like, you know what? You from Brixx City? There's like, what? Brixx.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Around that.
Yeah.
Just up.
Yeah. It definitely captures your sound, because it's like you have a really, and going back to the point that you made about like Redman in terms of originality and coming from an area where you had to be original, like you have a certain grit to your style, and it's a very original style. Like, when I listen to you, like, I don't think of any other rapper out here at all. Like, it's uniquely your style, your sound, you know.
I also have to mention another what they call fake film boards, rock band. Alternative rock. They a lot.
Okay.
A lot of metal sound a lot, so I don't really tell them that, but I was a metalhead. Like anything that was hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like
So the process of like really finding yourself as an artist, because you've been professionally recording music since 2003, correct? Yeah. So between then and now, like what has been that process of like really sharpening your voice, finding out even more who you are as an artist?
Got him. He has him. Best with him.
Thank you, sir.
I want to say, at first, it was like maybe trying to, first, let me say this. I started writing poetry.
Okay.
Before I started writing lyrics,
yeah.
So I always, artist, couldn't sing. Rapping. So poetry got better. Started writing lyrics.
Okay.
Got out to many, but I didn't know how to write hard. So
we had that conversation recently. Yeah.
Poetry, like
yeah.
No structure, plenty of bars. So that was the process there. Then, maybe trying to fit in. Then it was like fitting into whatever it was at the time.
Right. Yeah.
Then moving past that, probably going with everybody else. Trying to relate that. Now I want to say like it's more of a spiritual,
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure that out and incorporate that into my music.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not always. It's not always it's never an easy process. Never an easy process, because it's a lot of soul searching. It's a lot of digging within yourself, and like really figuring out like what direction you want to go artistically, because it's not just art. This is your story. Like this, I always say this as an artist. Like anything that I put out is my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like a child of mine. Like I'm investing time. I'm investing
everything.
Energy. Yes, everything into this one project, this one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's very personal. And when you take what you do personally and you actually care about it, then it's definitely going to be one of those journeys that is, it's going to be spiritual. It's going to be a little bit of, just shaping and sharpening where necessary, and being around the right people on top of that. Yeah. Because you have to be around the right group of people that are going to really push you to that level, to help you to find yourself. So.
You're one of those.
I appreciate that, brother. And same here. Yes, indeed. So, speaking of process, the album Culture, it kind of had it different incarnations at first before it became Culture. Like I remember starting off, it was the process, then the process, the results. And of course, look. This is what I do. I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So but now we're at Culture. So, what made you decide to go with that as the title and the way that you spell it? Because I think most people, if they see the title Culture, the way that you spell it, they automatically think Cardi B and Offset, they baby. You know what I'm saying? So, like. For you, what does that signify?
Well, after the process title, I had came up with the title Death. I was like really stuck on that point.
Yeah.
Because we're living close to death. Not to highlight that, but just all the crazy going on.
Absolutely.
So I was like death. That angle.
Yeah.
I had someone like death. It's like, can't rap death. Like, ain't do about death, about my life. So I'm like, okay, I'll rock with that too.
Right.
I'm like, what? All right, kill the death, because I ain't trying to, highlight death. So we see that a lot in the artists talk about death a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Love it. So
Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So me and before you got here, me and Ramsey was having a very spirited conversation about a lot of songs on culture.
Absolutely.
One of the songs that jumped out to Ramsey, I let him talk about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I like the first of all, dope album. That's hands down. The song "I Am" that like grabbed me, like instantly grabbed me. Like once I listened to that, everything else kind of just went monotone. Not saying again dope album, but it was just that it was that song and BBS. Yes, those two kind of touched me very personally. And my question was like, those two songs to me might seem on two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
So my thing was that when I listened to "I Am," the line that basically was saying that "I am" that is the affirmation. That is my answer.
Right.
I know how I felt when I heard that. What were you aiming for when you actually did that?
Make sure you're close to the mic. It's all good.
But when I got the beat, first my process, got it, whatever. I let
Okay.
so that I was hearing the power of I was literally I was like that was the first girl power of I.
We gotta play that too.
Oh yeah.
Just sort of going into I am who I want to be. So that's how that process goes.
Okay, because a lot of people, I don't want to get too off track, but a lot of people take the "I am" the wrong way. They, like, oh, you think you're God or something like that. I'd be like, well, my opinion. This not affiliated with nothing else. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer. But "I am" is like the when people say God and they say "I am," I feel that if I am, that is your affirmation that we are creators, we are gods ourselves. So that's why, like I said, it touched me because that's how I feel. I feel I am, and I shouldn't. There's no other answer than I am. That's one of the reasons why it touched me, and I wanted to know how it felt with you and how did it evolved into that actual song.
Affirmation like very important. Myself, certain things. Of course, you get creative with lyrics. For a message, I am whoever I want to be. Bless. Holly, bless Holly. So that's the core. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, like I said, on that end, then I go to BBS, right? And like I said, another like the intro. That's another thing that kind of touched me, because it explains, without explaining, the simplicity of what are the things that I want, and what order and organization. But again, it kind of like it may not. It's just too. It's a mixture of two different lines. And I'm personally just want to know how you pulled it off and how do you dance with both of those inside yourself, because the music is an expression of who you are. I am, and it pours out into the lyrics and into your project. And I just wanted to hear from you the contrast between I am to BBS.
first let me go back to Naim.
Mm-hmm.
Go back at Robert Rise. This being racial, giving each other positive affirmation.
Yes.
Shout out to Pat, Lost Pat, Bill Pat.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
So, all right, so moving to yes. Yes was just one of those tracks where I was like, okay, I was kind of new age, kind of groovy. I just heard talking about female. I try to keep proof in everything that I write.
Absolutely, that's right.
So, even though I may throw a twist, it's coming.
Yeah.
PBS is like that's a woman.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and all the pleasures that come with messing with a
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. It's very descriptive too. Very descriptive.
Those two, like I said, it's kind of funny because it seemed like it came from two sides. They both grabbed me. Like I said, I like the whole project, but I don't know why. I don't know, like I said, it was dear to me, but they both kind of grabbed me and threw me in the wash.
Yeah, I've actually heard that.
They stand out. They really do stand out. Yeah. And I'm glad that we're talking about BBS because it makes me think of somebody who you frequently collaborated with, period, but specifically on this album, and that's Radio 973.
Oh yeah,
you know,
Radio.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's all up and through the album. You know?
Yeah, like he shapes my sound.
Yeah.
And shout out to production.
Yeah. He and I'm glad you use the word production because a lot of times, you know, people they'll think it's just making the music. It's shaping the product. It's shaping the sound of the product because I really believe, like in your case, working with radio, is like he adds certain things to really make a record pop. Right. You know what I'm saying? To take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good when it's just you, but because y'all have that synergy between each other, you know, artistically and having vision. Like he sees your vision and he helps you to take it to the next level. You know.
It's amazing. Sort of like he has like a sixth sense. Like
yeah.
Like, you know, my ideas bring like a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on top of that, like he's your engineer, and then on top of that, he's a phenomenal lyricist himself.
Right.
You know, like right, he's multi-talented. Yeah.
Was it triple, quadruple threat?
Yeah. In fact, the guy who's singing in the very beginning of the song before Brixx comes in, that's radio.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's radio. You know what I'm saying? Most of something. Yeah. You know, but I think that really gives the album personality. Like, you know, it's almost, here's the way that I look at it. It's like Raekwon and Ghostface. When Raekwon came out with Only Built for Cuban Links, Ghostface was all up and through that album. And the same thing with Iron Man.
Rock and rock.
Exactly. Rock and rock. Exactly. It's like when you had those relationships with people, you really do have to like tap into that. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that I'm mentioning that because somebody else that you have a really good working relationship with that you let me know you actually are doing a project with, T Wits, whose album we're going to be reviewing shortly.
Okay.
But yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like you've collaborated with him a lot, not just on this album, but also on his project. And also you have a song that I was hoping would make the album, the song with 3D and T. Yeah, same old thing. You know what I'm saying? But before we even touch that single, talk about that relationship with T Wits, like how y'all work so well together.
Yeah. I have that back. With a couple other.
Yeah.
Back. Yeah. Project. Called Morning Station.
Okay.
Listen, but
Yeah.
like proximity of, I'm like I work with it. So eventually they have.
Yeah.
I'm sure we worked on something for the. I think we did. That was like the first like big thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And then the experience of working with 3D and a T, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who I feel like is probably one of the most underrated lyricists, you know, in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole experience was dope.
Yeah.
Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
The track, I love it. But I don't like my verse on that track. It's like, you know, it's like I don't listen to that track. I felt like I could have did it best.
Okay.
But overall, it was a great learning experience.
Yeah.
Once New Orleans, first time, so she invited us from home.
Yeah.
Took us around the hood, New Orleans.
Real New Orleans.
Yeah. That was so. That in itself probably was a better experience than the actual.
I'm sure.
Doing the actual video. We was at a mom's house, kicking it, doing smoke, drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
That whole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll because what's funny is that, you know, like I know you had invited a lot of people down there. You know what I'm saying? Myself included. I couldn't make the trip, so you know I always. I mean, we've had conversations about it, but like, you know, just to hear it again, it just kind of reminds you like how important it is. Like we always talk about the power of collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, you know, people are often in, you know, this is something Ramsey was saying. A lot of times people are often in competition with each other instead of looking for ways to work with one another. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that experience not only was just good for you to kind of sort of broaden your horizons and get out of yourself, but also to help sharpen. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Like that was great.
Yeah.
He's fire.
Yeah.
You know, I get video. I got my post notifications on for her, and I've been having that for at least 7 months. Once I got here, when I got all the way here, I was So I probably can scroll right now and probably say, "Oh, you gotta."
Yeah. Right. A lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, it's criminal that she's really not bigger.
No, absolutely.
And I know some politics with it, you know, but
to be honest, but I think that's a voice for her.
Yeah, it is.
This, you know, inside of what I was able to see a little bit, like this voice that be, you know, must have had some experiences where like, you know, she was like, I'm cool.
Already legendary.
Yeah. Right.
Hashtag already legendary. I definitely am. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and everybody in the industry knows about her. So it's like,
everybody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody has spoken on her. So
it's not like she's not known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that she's not getting the looks that a lot of people, frankly, who aren't as talented as her, you know, are getting. You know? So, but at the same time, there's freedom in independence.
Absolutely.
I'm learning that more and more.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, got culture, you know, like working that, you know what I'm saying, like still fresh, you know what I'm saying, came out in July. So, any plans futuristically? Like, you know, what do you
with culture?
With culture and, you know, anything else you got?
Yeah, definitely going to still work a couple singles off culture. I am going to shoot a video for that.
Yes.
So I'm planning for that in the new year. Also for BBS. So funny that you say that. So both of those songs I plan on dropping that singles off of the album. So
yeah,
that's the plans with Culture, and then also started working on my next project, which I have a bunch of ideas for that right now. So
okay.
of course you're gonna be a part of that.
I appreciate that, brother.
No doubt.
Can I do my normal hot seat thing?
Yeah. Do the hot seat.
Hot seat.
Yeah, hot seat. Okay, because what's always interesting to me with all the artists and everything that we all do, I know that the music is not the end. So I always put people in the hot seat and ask them questions as far as once you arrive to your musical zenith, I guess, what's next on your radar as far as in merchandising, or are you I don't want to say non-profit, but things like your brand, the next thing in your brand in your journey of who Brixx is.
My journey with the music, I'm not giving myself a destination. Like,
No, I mean that's
just just a answer.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to be a zenith or for a while I was thinking like should I even continue doing it? Like what's the purpose? But just even having those thoughts, I know what the purpose is, and the purpose is to continue to do what I'm doing. So with the music, I just want to better myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch on music that I haven't, dove into. I'm not saying like country or anything like that, but definitely just do different type of music. Besides just hip hop, like because I love all genres of music. So and just continue to work on a brand and continue to learn as far as how to get the music out there. Which is very important, and get my face out there more. So as far as that, outside of the music, just working on business endeavors that that I'm about to really dive into just as much as the music. I don't want to really say what that is,
Right, no.
but it's something completely opposite end of of music or anything associated with it. So looking forward to the future's looking hella bright. You know what I mean?
Respect.
Absolutely. And then this is something I definitely wanted to highlight for you. You're also a published author.
Indeed.
Yes. I believe it's your first book, right?
Yes, my first book.
You All Killed My Mother.
Yes.
Let me tell you, it was a powerful book. Very honest. If people don't know you, they get to know you through that book. So just briefly, like tell people the process of writing that book. How long it took, and just what it did for you in terms of, I don't know, maybe if you I don't want to say exercise a demon, you know what I'm saying, but just kind of sort of letting, just embracing certain things that have happened in your life and just kind of letting those things go, so to say.
Yeah, the book process, man. So how long did it take? It took some years.
Yeah.
It was like years in the process, in the making. Of course, from the title, "You All Killed My Mother." So my mother, was murdered back in, I believe it was like 81, 82. So what prompted me to write the book was I just had so many unanswered questions.
Yeah.
And which made me start doing a lot of digging. Real digging, like going to places and seeing people, in regards to. So, fast forward through the process. I wanted to, the book is sort of like, I have a very vivid memory. Like my visual memory is crazy.
Yeah.
So, my process was going back as early as I can go back. And starting from there and just telling my story from my early childhood.
Yeah.
And through that process into that that event happening. And so fast forward past that, I come to a spiritual place where I was told to leave it in the past, to to not even embark on writing a part two to, because I initially I had so much more to say,
Yeah, I'm sure.
but I was stopped, spiritually stopped, to not go forward, to live in the now, to not live in the past, and that was very important. So that's why I am with it. But of course, you can still pick it up on Amazon, and but I don't promote it anymore.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And that's respect right there, because it's like, I'm sure that was a painful part of your past, but because you are constantly evolving, it's like, I feel like you have to always embrace who you were or what's a part of your history in order to move forward. And but once you do, you move forward.
Definitely.
So
life can give you character, man. Like, So, keep it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So let everybody know where they can will you let everybody know where they can find the book if they choose to purchase it, but also
on Amazon. That'd be probably the best place to get it.
Yeah. So let everybody know where they can find your music as well.
Most platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple. I think they're up on. It's up on all the platforms right now.
Yeah. And then you also have your Bandcamp page, right?
Right, in Bandcamp.
Yeah. So because I think that's really
YouTube.
Yeah. I think the Bandcamp is like the easiest place. Like when I search, that's usually actually one of the first places to come up. Bandcamp.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. And where can people follow you on social media?
At the Real Brixx on IG.
Okay.
On Twitter, it's Naim Brixx, which is Naim, and then Brixx. Naim Brixx on Twitter. So yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming through to bars today. I
appreciate you having me.
Do you have anything else?
No, I wanted to play so we can practice the I am.
Oh well, we definitely gonna do that. But before we get to I am, bars, Brixx gonna give us some bars.
That too.
Yes.
Okay.
So we gonna start off with that first.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's right into it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Joe. Yes. Okay. I put feelings aside, I know who I am. Check. Let's talk about it. Dead bodies with no chalk around them. No love in this world, who gives a F about them? Spiritual warfare. If money is your god, you're not really made in his likeness. 16 guillotine, preciseness. A black man woke, that's America's nightmare. Melanin, his sight sphere, yeah. So when your girl see this chocolate, all she sees is good pipe here. Troublesome, ain't no goofies in my circle, we move different. Truth written, plot thickens the tune spitting. Semi-auto or automatic, I'm open to compliments, trolling, and all static, which means I'm with the smoke. Hydroponics, sour diesel, heating means for the choke. I'm a go-getter, so I have no means of going broke. My deity is parallel to heaven's hell. The K-Funk and trunk is show and tell. Yes. Semantics says it's all white noise, so I stepped out the screen wearing surgical gloves. Brixx. Bars.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
I cook up like a chemist. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's how we do on bars. You know what I mean? My brother coming through. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes. So, in proper fashion, and Ramsey, he's chomping at the bit, waiting for this to play. Yeah. So, yes, absolutely. So what we gonna do is let you introduce I Am to the people.
Hello, people. This is my track featuring AJ Throwback And Path P, I am.
Yes, sir. And of course, we had to make it this right here.
If somebody tell you he hot, man, you know everybody hot now, man. He fish grease.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
I walk the face of the earth with a boldness which makes people ask who sent you. I tell them I am. They tell me that's a cute affirmation, but it's not an answer. I reply, listen again. My affirmation is your answer.
This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny that. Hear the proof in the hi-hat. Eternal reflection, I digress. I love me more, never love less. I love me more, never love less. Turn $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Look deep inside, yeah, you be the blessing. $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Anything I want, yeah, turn up. This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny the power of I am. Handsome chocolate mofo, yo. Anytime I'm on GoPro, lyrical high home growth. Living spots with a coke so low. This is without morale so low. So I pitched it fast, pitch it slow. Till the cows call home, bro. It didn't make sense. I was told as a child I wouldn't be shit. Revenge on my mind, started flipping the script. They fed me lines, started picking that shit. They treated me different, I embraced that shit. You know the ones that be closest to you to be the family ties. Sacred bonds, seeing plenty murder, dirty service, ludicrous. Cock up with a dirty burner. But better believe in me 1,000%. Bet I achieved what I was sitting here to get. And I couldn't resist. Kill these whiskers with their toxicness without a popping pistol monotonous. Told myself I couldn't rock with this. Hanging with goofies couldn't get rich. True blood suckers couldn't see bliss. Couldn't see this cold face. They're wrong. I ain't regurgitating, percolating, singing the same song. I'm blessed all day long. You lame all day long. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. I am.
Some people might say I'm washed. Well, they're absolutely right. I am washed. As in washed, cleansed, and purified of the nonsense they tried to attach to my context. I am resilient. I am more than a survivor. I am a thriver.
This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny that. Hear the proof in the hi-hat. Eternal reflection, I digress. I love me more, never love less. I love me more, never love less. Turn $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Look deep inside, yeah, you be the blessing. $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Anything I want, yeah, turn up. This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny the power of I am.
It's just a grind. I'm totally surprised that I ain't lost my mind. Had to take setbacks and learn to accept facts that those I gave jetpacks that no planes don't fly. Now I'm in no space, so wasting my time. Focus my glow to shift paradigms. My get up and go to keep my folks from dying. So I'm on the road with a goal that's refined. Yeah, plotted with a mean vision. Reflected from every angle through a clean prism. Doesn't matter, reflecting in the color and gray. When I lost my mother, found peace inside my queen, and I leaned in on my brothers. Yeah, Bart was shaping up the grand scheme. I done wrestled to the mat, all my damn demons. In a matter of time, became a champion. Now my everyday mantra to do the damn thing. So my aim to pack out every arena, inspire the future leaders with every line of the levers of gods and unbelievers. Do what they can't conceive us, love what we do and leave us. Brixx, they never see us. Whoa. God damn, I'm feeling good, mother. Oh, what they say, I'm doing what they never would. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get a grasp on your life, yeah. Pay many sacrificial prices. Go to your done playing nice, yeah. They gonna recognize who the nice is. From the north to the southeast, kicking others every lane, share about seats. I'm aligned with it, man. You cannot be. Say anything I want, yeah. Turn up.
Man, I ain't talking in terms of I wish, I want to, or even I will anymore. Only things I proclaim, I do, I have, and I am. I do as my ancestors instruct. I have all I need to affect change, and I am a living magnification of God.
This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny that. Hear the proof in the hi-hat. Eternal reflection, I digress. I love me more, never love less. I love me more, never love less. Turn $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Look deep inside, yeah, you be the blessing. $1,000,000 dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Anything I want, yeah, turn up. This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny the power of I am.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback, Ramsey Brown, and Bars. Only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app. Powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. That was, once again, Brixx featuring Path P. And some guy named AJ Throwback. I don't know that guy. That was I Am off of Culture. Make sure y'all get that album ASAP. Before we get into the breakdown, we got to move quickly. But as promised, the phone lines are currently open. So the number is 240-389-3397. Once again, 240-389-3397 for the person who can answer this question right here for the Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, show tonight. So the question is, what is the name of and who sings the original song sampled in Miss Fat Booty? Classic single from Black on Both Sides. For those of y'all who don't know, Black on Both Sides actually is now 20 years old. Yes, 20-year anniversary of Black on Both Sides, which I believe came out October 16th of 1999. I was in my junior year of college. Yeah. I was in my junior year of college when that song came out. So for anybody who is still watching, still listening, if you are in the DC area, because of course this is at the Howard Theater, 620 T Street Northwest, Washington, DC. But like I said, the question once again, for those of y'all who may not have heard it, what is the name of and who sings the original song sampled in Miss Fat Booty? So, for the first person who can call in and answer that question, you will win 2 tickets. See Yasin Bey tonight, Howard Theater, 9 o'clock. So, we're going to let that marinate for a minute. If nobody calls in,
I'll take him.
Jump right on that. Oh, man. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this right here.
It's the album and mixtape review segment, exclusively showing love to indie artists of the DMV and beyond. This is the breakdown.
Watch the breakdown.
Only on Bars.
All right. So, as advertised, my man T Wiz is in the building. He said he had to do some shopping, but now he's tuned in. So you tuned in at the right time, brother. So his latest album, Rapper Man. Let me first and foremost say how much I love the cover art. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that comic book feel. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it really is kind of like superhero-esque when you really dig into the album. And the thing is like his last album, which we reviewed last October, Dirty Dishes. It felt very driven, or a lot of the songs were like talking about a lot of relationships. Whereas I feel like this is a departure from that. But it's, and not to say that I had any issue with Dirty Dishes. I thought Dirty Dishes was a dope album. But the thing is, it's like I feel like there's a little bit more balance to the subject matter on Rapper Man, and